All right, so today is October 30th, 2014. The topic is still ratios and rates, and the objective is solving for unit rates. The essential question is, how do you use rates to compare quantities? Using rates to compare prices. A rate is a comparison by division of two quantities that have different units. So here, Chris drove 107 miles in 2 hours. You're comparing miles and hours, two different units. So your rate is 107 miles to 2 hours. Let's look at our example problem. Shauna is at the grocery store comparing two brands of juice. Brand A costs $3.84 for a 16-ounce bottle. Brand B costs $4.50 for a 25-ounce bottle. To compare the cost, Shauna must compare prices for equal amounts of juice. How can she do this? Well, there's a few different methods, and I'm going to show you them. So the first one is creating tables. So the first thing you want to do is complete the table for brand A and brand B. As you can see, the ounces going all the way down to 1 are being divided by 2, as well as the price. The reason we're going all the way down to 1 is because there is no other number that 16 and 25 can have the same. Once you've completed your table, you should have these as your answers. So looking at our completed tables, brand A cost how much money per ounce? Brand A would cost 24 cents per ounce. Brand B cost how much per ounce? $0.18 per ounce. Now that you know how much each brand would cost per ounce, so they're the exact same amount of ounces, which one would you say is the better buy? Brand B is the better buy. Even though brand A is cheaper at the beginning, you still end up paying 6 cents more per ounce. So technically, brand B is a better buy because you're paying less per ounce. Another method is you can divide the cost of each bottle by the amount of juice. So brand A was 16 ounces for $3.84. So you would take the cost, $3.84, and divide it by the ounces, 16. And you see, you still get 24 cents per ounce. Brand B, 25 ounces cost $4.50. So you divide the price, $4.50, by 25, and you get 18 cents per ounce. The next section of our notes is calculating unit rates. A unit rate is a rate in which the second quantity is 1 unit. I'll say that again. A unit rate is a rate in which the second quantity is 1 unit. When the first quantity in a unit rate is the amount of money, the unit rate is sometimes called a unit price or a unit cost. So you won't always see the words unit rate. If you're dealing with money, you may see unit price or unit cost. In this example here, Gerald pays $90 for 6 yoga classes. What is the cost per class? Use the information in the problem to write a rate. So you always want to write the rate first. What is the initial rate in our problem? We are comparing cost to yoga classes, so it would be $90 to 6 yoga classes. To find the unit rate, you would want to divide the quantities in the rate by the same number so that the second quantity is 1. $90 is our first quantity, $6 is our second quantity. So we're going to divide until this second quantity equals 1. So we'll take our rate, $90 to 6 classes. And in order for 6 classes to be divided and equal 1, we're going to have to divide by 6. And you would end up with 1 class. What you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. So $90 divided by 6 equals $15. So the unit rate is $15 to 1 class, which is the same as saying 15 divided by 1, which equals $15 per class. So our answer is Gerald's yoga classes cost $15 per class. Please notice that everywhere in our notes, per means 1. So when you see anything per class, per minute, per hour, those are all asking for unit rates. Here are your independent practice problems. Number 1, the cost of 2 cartons of milk is $5.50. What is the unit price? So here it's asking you, how much is 1 carton of milk? Number 2, what is the unit price for each detergent? So they have a table. You have brand A, brand B, brand C. You have how large they are and the price for each one. So number 2, find the unit price for each ounce for brand A, brand B, and brand C. Once you have the amount per ounce, which detergent is the best buy? Number 3, at a summer camp, the campers are divided into groups. Each group has 16 campers and 2 cabins. How many cabins are needed for 112 campers? I'll give you a hint. First, find the unit rate and then create an appropriate equivalent rate. And you'll be able to find your answer. Please make sure you complete your practice problems and have them ready for class tomorrow. Don't forget to go back, listen to it again, write down any questions that you may have for me, and come to tutoring in the morning or bring them to me in class.